environment where you stay in the child place and go. You leave the room and grown ups are talking, and you don't. When someone call you, you don't say what back. Like you say yes ma'am, or you at least better say huh or something. Like it better not be what or some shit like that. So I'm grown as shit now, and to this day I will not swear in front of my mom. So it's just like it's different, and so like you have to hear them out. You have to support them in every way that you can, and really cater to their dreams and their goals. But also, it has to be more awareness and more watchfulness with this generation as well, because they have access. It's not that they're so bad.
No,
they have so much access to everything so much sooner than we did.
Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be like that. I mean, we've heard the same thing. Us kids from our generation, we heard the same thing growing up.
R. Kelly and shit. And come on.
I remember my my grandmother would tell me, like, you kids these days, you guys are so fast for your age and this and that. I was like, it's because you gotta understand, like. Yeah. You gotta understand, everybody is like, we're all growing up obviously differently. We have so much more technology now. It's just, as we mentioned, to the access. But, even back then, they said the same thing. It's like with every generation, it's like when you have that generational gap, it can be a little bit difficult as far as them relating to each other. You know what I'm saying? It is a little hard. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like, in a sense, I feel like we're not that far off. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all pretty, relevant. We're all pretty young people. We're not that old yet where we ain't going to relate to them.
But that's the scary thing, though. That's the scary thing, though, because we're not that far from age.
Exactly.
But it is so different.
Yeah.
It didn't take that long to get that different. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I grew up under a different cloth, and even just like the level of respect, even when it's not necessarily supposed to be given. But like I said, I don't blame like a lot of the generation and their mindset in the sense of like, I don't care who you are. I don't care the age difference in between us. Like, bullshit is bullshit. And, I'm going to call it out, and I'm and the crazy thing is they don't have the experience and the maturity to be able to channel that yet, a lot of them. But, I feel like really, like, this generation is really going to be the ones to really make change, like, socially.
Social change.
Yeah. Like, our generation has done great with, like, technological change and advancements and, just a lot of different shit. Like, even, like, I don't even say political change because we haven't really changed any of that shit.
We still got a long way to go when it comes to politics, y'all. Well, we getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely.
As far as, social change, I really feel like we've made strides, of course, but, like, real, honest to God truth change. Like, a lot of these new, like, millennials and shit and, like, the younger ones, like, they didn't even vote because they don't believe in this bullshit. And that just says enough. Like, so once all these fucking racist ass baby boomers, all these motherfuckers die out.
They're gonna die out eventually. They're gonna be gone. It's over with.
That's like, what I mean. Like, they don't even. A lot of them, you have conversations with them. They don't even understand what the big fucking deal is.
No, my goodness.
And it's frustrating, but at the same time, like, maybe it's better that way, because maybe if they don't get so frustrated and so focused on, like, the nonsense about it, like, they'll actually focus on making shit better. Like, and not be distracted, Like Chance the Rapper donating $1 million fucking dollars. He's like the youngest little nigga that's out right now, but he's the one that's actually making social change here.
Exactly. It's funny you said something. I was just thinking about this, something I saw the other day. Don't mind me, guys. I was like, what am I thinking about? But I mean, I watched it yesterday on the news. They were showing he was doing a press conference at Westcott Elementary School on the south side of Chicago, West Chatham area. And he was there and he gave a press conference at this school. He presented CPS with a check. He cut a check to the school as well. And he was just pretty much going, explaining, what happened as far as, he did have a meeting with Governor Rauner as well. And he said that, the governor's not doing his job.
No, not at all.
He's not doing his job. And I don't know if you
heard me sigh in the background.
We should make a sound effect for that and play it every time. Talk about all of this nonsense happening. But he expressed that he wasn't happy with what the governor did.
We got money for bike lanes, but we don't got money for the schools.
Listen to this though. The governor actually had 2 proposals. He's like, okay, we can either take it out of the state pension, or we could take the money needed out of the city's taxes.
So it's like, it's a bullshit bullshit like situation. Like, you're gonna take something that these people have been working decades for to build.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is their retirement. They're banking on that. I have relatives that worked for the state for years, and they need that pension. They deserve that pension. They earn that pension. So how dare you? That's bullshit. You can get it from somewhere else. And then even to have to tax the city even more. Like, how? Like, we already have we have the highest taxes in the country.
I've heard about that. And then I'm looking at the receipt one day.
So what do you think that affects?
Shit went up.
That affects small business owners.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to have shit here. Most of them. Like, it's all fucked up. Like, those options are bullshit. So I see why, after having a meeting, I guess you telling me I need to pay for this shit, because you basically telling me that the options that I'm gonna is basically pick this, and we fucking over all these people that are getting older that, let's face it, like, Medicare, like, all that shit is going to be obsolete in a couple years.
It is going to be obsolete.
We ain't going to have that shit.
By the time we get to that age,
ain't going to be there.
Man, that's why we're on the grind now.
Right. That's why I'm like, I'm working for retirement.
We gotta grind now. We're all grinding now because, yeah, exactly. We're gonna get older, obviously, and we want to have something that we can pass on to generations as well. You know what I mean? Not just something for us, but what's gonna happen to our children? Our grandchildren. They're gonna look at us one day like, well, what's going on? Like, what'd you do? Did you do anything that was like meaningful, anything important? You know what I mean? And I think that's something also, and this is why it blew up, because we're talking about a rapper, a young man who's from Chicago, who's a rapper now and an independent artist at that. And he's coming up. He's an artist that he's been blowing up this past year. I mean, we're looking at, he's an independent artist, first off, doing his thing.
That's what makes it even more amazing.
He had a successful year. 2016 was a successful year for him. He won a Grammy for Best Rap Album at the 2017 Grammy Awards as well. I mean, this guy is blowing up. Exactly. He's blowing up. And it's so funny because a friend of mine actually introduced me to his music about, I'd say, almost 2 years ago. And I'm listening to this guy. I'm like, okay, he's pretty dope. Okay, cool. He sounds kind of young, And it's just like, next thing you know, I just keep hearing about him.
Yeah.
And now this guy's all over the place. You know what I mean? I mean, when he had his album, Coloring Book, they had that billboard all over the city. I'm just like, whoa.
No, man, he is definitely like, he's been definitely inspiration for me. Like, even like, not even just artist wise, but like marketing wise.
Yes.
Like, the nigga, like, his game is on point. Like, his whole team. Shout out to Pat, the manager.
Let's get it, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, like, it's from his apparel to releasing his album, stream-wise. Yeah. The only artist. It's not even just about, like, I want to give away free music. Like, that's so dope, and that's, like, the intention. But also business-wise. Like, it just opens the door so much for you to be able to control who's on your album, who goes on your album, what the end product sound like, when is it going to be released, just everything about it. You know what I mean? And just even like the tours and just everything. Like
he did a tour.
To control it.
Didn't he do that show?
I went to the MCD concert.
You went to the show he did at U.S. Cellular Field? You were there?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Now, what's so crazy?
Who was it? I know it was him.
I didn't get the ticket till the day of.
Okay.
One of my patients, like I told you, I have a day job.
Okay.
One of my patients actually is like on the board for the company that plans shit through U.S. Cellular. So she's had to deal with like all the artists, lawyers, and accountants and all the other shit and back end stuff. But of course, she has like free tickets and shit.
Oh wow!
So I get there and she's like, "Yeah, you guys want to go?" She just so happened to come in while I was there and was talking about it and was talking about like it wasn't shit. Like, yeah, I gotta go to this concert. We're like, what concert? She's like, oh, Chance the Rapper concert. We're like what? Wait, what? Like, you know, then we all of us in the office like had the humble voice, like, can we please? You got any spare tickets?
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have any more tickets there?
Exactly. And what's so crazy is I got there to pick up my ticket, and it was like a floor seat.
Damn,
It was fucking amazing.
So who? Okay, he was there. I think Alicia Keys was there also. Was she?
It was John Legend.
John Legend.
Keys, Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert was there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kanye West showed up. And
he
did. A set. It was dope as fuck.
Did the crowd go nuts?
Crazy.
I mean, as crazy
as it was like scary crazy.
Oh god.
Like how people were running all over the place, like jumping out. They were jumping off of the balcony.
To get
down to the first level. Like, it was that nuts.
Damn.
It was like fucking Michael Jackson.
Even though
I was like, damn.
Kanye, you know, he's been going through a lot these past year and a half or whatever. He's been going through a lot, you know. In Chicago, I mean, we still got a special place in our hearts for Kanye.
Yeah, a lot of people quick to turn their back on Kanye, but I mean, it's like
he's been through a lot, man.
Surprised when he did like that.
He's been through a lot, man. And
shout out to Kanye.
Shout out to Kanye West, man.
You, bro.
We got love for you still, man. Just get it together.
Get your shit together. Exactly. Just get your shit together. No matter what, I got you. Like I've been down with you since. What, the college dropout?
Man. Like, talking about when he was shooting the video at Harold's and all that shit.
Exactly. I've been to that Harold's, bro.
Damn. We know Harold's was the one on 103rd.
Exactly. 103rd and Houston.
Yeah, see?
Like, you know,
you ain't from Chicago if you don't know where that's from, man. You better know what we're talking about here.
Together, man.
Man, I'm saying, that's crazy, though. But that's amazing. And I know that's something that you're always going to remember for the rest of your life. You're like, man, I was at that concert.
Yeah, definitely.
It was awesome.
I hope you do something else like over the next couple of years.
Man,
like
that'll be dope. Yes.
What's so crazy, who surprised me, was Skrillex.
Skrillex was there too, right? Yeah, I heard about that.
He closed it.
Okay.
And like, I'm definitely a Skrillex fan now.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like, the set was that dope. It was that live. Like, people were going absolutely nuts.
They go nuts. I'm telling you. Like,
I love that type of vibe. Like, if it's like safe, like nobody's trying to hurt each other, they're just having a crazy good time. Like, it was
jumping around. Like, okay, go jump over there. Yeah, just don't hit me. We're good. Right, exactly, stay over there in your little area.
Everybody. It was dope. It was an amazing concert.
That's what's up, though. But I know, like, I have a couple friends that, you know, they go to music festivals and they go to raves and all of these different places. I mean, where they listen to a lot of, you know, they listen to a lot of house music, a lot of EDM music like that too. I mean, the music is like universal. I mean, you go overseas, people they want to hear the club music. Yeah. They want to turn up. They want to go.
It's all about the vibe now.
Go ham, you know. So
yeah, it's not even always about the lyrics or anything no more. You know, which I can understand sometimes. You just want to feel the music. You just want to feel the vibe of the song and not overpower it with something else.
Exactly, man. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously, you know, we like you like you mentioned, you know, you had a great time at the show, and that's an awesome thing. I mean, even with it's already been a bit where he's very young, fairly young. I think he's what, 23 years old. believe he's 23 years old, young guy. Yeah. And he's been on his grind for a couple years now, and you know what I'm saying, especially being an independent artist and having that $1 million. What, you just giving up? I mean, you gotta have some money. You gotta